Personalities is a big issue. How we post, what we say online, how we express ourselves, how we engage with other people, it all goes on because of who we are. Understanding your personality drives a lot of the conversations that you're going to put out there. Earlier this year, I think, the US Embassy has posted a message saying that before you apply for a visa now to go to America, you have to hand over your social media profiles. What does that mean? If you've been talking nasty about Trump, you ain't going anywhere. How does your child post? What are they saying about themselves? And if that identity now starts becoming who you are, then understanding your personality is where you start. That's why we have Pabs here today. Pabs, tell us about personalities.
Personality is huge. There are actually more than, is it 13 personality theories?
Yes.
It's a huge conversation.
I think they're about 16.
Actually 16.
Yes, they're about 16.
And you can imagine in all that, it's still different dimensions and perspectives of looking at it. But one of the things that is a blanket on personality, it is just your enduring character traits. Who you are consistently from when you are small. If you are loud, you are born loud. If you are quiet, you are born quiet. And of course, the third thing that we're now bringing into the internet dynamics is persona. How I want to be perceived. And persona is a mask. So you personify what you want people to perceive about you. So actually an introvert can come off as a loud, extroverted person online.
Yes.
And then the loud people can come and present as a very cool
and quiet.
Quiet and composed, and I'm just this nice person who doesn't talk much. And so sometimes even by being online, we're dealing with many pseudos. But one of the things is that who you are is what you bring online, just the way you said it. Who you are. Who you are will keep on sneaking out. And sometimes when you try to personify too much, you end up in identity crisis.
Yes.
Because you have to match up. Now I've met you online and then we've met physically. How do you balance the person that I met there and the person that you are here? Because there are other people who know the person that you are here. It's a lot of work trying to juggle all those people. And one of the personality theories that I really love is the temperaments. The 4 temperaments.
Okay.
And that is my favorite. And it talks about them as body fluids. And in this temperaments theory, it talks about 4 personality types. 2 are extroverts, which is sanguine and choleric.
Okay.
And then 2 are introverts, which is phlegmatic and melancholic. And so when these people come online, their expectations, their behaviors, and even their manifestation all plays out. Actually, by just looking at a thread, I can actually tell their personalities.
Yes.
I can be able to know this one is sanguine, looking for attention. And of course, when you look at it now, how they come online, one of the things is that even when you think about children, a child's personality can actually be detected from when they are 5. Because by then they are now off the tantrum age, and now they are more stable in who they are. And you can see the leader coming forth.
Okay.
And choleric is the leader. They want to call shots. They want to be in charge. They want to control. And of course, when this person comes online, they have to call shots. And of course, they think on their feet. They are impulsive. They are loud. They can be aggressive. And so sometimes even in how they post, you'll actually sense all those things. And I really suspect that most of the cyber bullies are cholerics.
Okay.
That is my suspicion.
Yeah.
As a psychologist, you can just see, because if they don't get their way on things, they throw a tantrum.
Yes.
It has to be my way or the highway.
They're the online trolls, the ones who are going around insulting people.
And they will be the person with the last word. If you post, I will come up again. So they get into this matchup and it can really go far because they are impulsive. They might regret later what they posted, but also because they are leaders, sometimes they wouldn't even admit. Even in a court of law that they were guilty.
Yes.
And so now if a child is online and they are a choleric, they will be really there. They will have to drive the agenda there. And of course sometimes they can go so fast, especially even on their dares. Sometimes even on gaming, you dare them, they'll go to the highest level. And sometimes that highest level might be the blue shark?
The blue whale.
Yeah, the blue whale.
Yes, because they're of their competitive nature.
And so they will end up in suicide because they had to win, And so you look at that, actually a child's personality or even an adult's personality can actually affect how they exist online. And then come to the second one, sanguine. We want attention. We want to be admired. We want to be appreciated. We want to be noticed. We want to be the heart of the party. So when I come here and you ignore me, it doesn't go well with me. And so when sanguine is online, they will actually do everything to get attention.
Okay.
And sometimes it will go so far. Yeah, sometimes the people who post every minute, every second of their lives.
The Facebook addicts.
Most of the times those are sanguines, especially if they're not persona, because I've told you sometimes people can post,
yes,
to just create the impression they want. But if they are themselves, a sanguine will post every day. And they will let you know about what's happening in their life, and of course their best foot forward, because sanguine always want you to see the best of themselves. And so by being online, it means that they will easily share information because they are very social. They don't mind connecting with strangers. They're actually very happy to meet new people, so they can actually spend so many times, as long as it's meeting their need for attention.
Yes.
So sometimes they'll get it from the wrong places. So if a child is a sanguine and they are online, that is the person who within 5 minutes they have already divulged where they live, which school they go to, and even asking you when you can meet, because they are social. They want to connect.
And very open.
Yeah, and want to take this thing to the next level. I feel you and you feel me, so let's go. And of course the sanguine will also be very impulsive. And then we come to the third personality, the phlegmatic. How do phlegmatics exist online? Phlegmatic is a peace seeker. They also don't make decisions very
quickly.
Yeah, very quickly. And so they will still take their time and sometimes speculate on things. And of course the other thing about a phlegmatic, they don't like confrontations. They are very cooperative, So sometimes this is the person that you would realize they have been cyberbullied 5 years.
Later.
For 5 years non-stop. Yeah. Because they don't want anybody to get hurt, they don't want to upset anybody, so they'll just keep quiet.
So they just take it and they keep quiet.
Yeah, by that they are very tolerant. Phlegmatics is a very tolerant personality. And so they will just take it in. By the time they even realize they were abused, because they just thought, this person is difficult, let me adjust myself, let me be nice to them. By the time it's happening, sometimes these are the children who get most emotional damage, because they didn't even know it was happening. And of course they are always calm.
Yes.
And they can really take in a lot. And so these are child who will be cyberbullied and they will never tell anyone. These are sometimes children who are even raped, or things happen to them and they don't tell anybody, because they don't want to create ripples on the water. So by just knowing that, it helps that your child doesn't like confrontation, because they're just imagining how you will react if I tell you. Mom will raise her hand. Let's not do this. So most likely they'll be the secretive one. And then of course there's a melancholic. If a child is a melancholic, first of all, they are perfectionist. The other thing, they are also very speculative. They can really read between the lines and process things for long. And of course, these children are also socially, they don't have many friends. So probably their best friend might be the online predator. That is their best friend, because they understand them, because they're always looking, they have very few connections, but they go very deep. Very deep. So sometimes, especially if they have dysfunctional relationships around you, and then the problem with the introverts, before you know anything is happening in their lives, there is no sign, there is no symptoms. So those two last personalities, they require a lot of
attention.
Effort, and attention to just be able to observe, because they will not tell you anything. They'll never come and tell you someone is cyberbullying me.
Yeah, so the internet is actually a very dangerous place for those
introverts.
Those two temperaments.
Yeah, because they will even go so deep into something before you actually discover things are out of hand in their lives.
Yes.
Yeah, because even this other one, probably they will even go out and meet that person and not tell you a thing. You'll even not notice that, like, they're excited when they come back.
Wow.
Someone you will tell. They will just blurt out something and will be like, "Ulikuwa umeenda wapi?" Someone will sneak out.
It will come out one way or the other.
But the introvert children, sometimes you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know even when they have a persona and they're the ones who are bullying others. These are the ones who will freak out and confess. The extrovert ones, especially when things get out of hand. But these introvert ones. And sometimes children who are really wounded when they are adults. When you look back, they were introverts.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So now, keeping an eye on them is everything now.
Everything. And of course, connecting with them. At least be part of their connection. Be part of their connection. Even if they are not so loud, be at least part of that 5 that at least they talk to. Because if you are not in that circle of 5, you might actually miss out on the rest of their lives. I've seen parents who discover that their children even went through abortion when they were teenagers and they never had an idea. because you are not part of the 5, so they didn't feel the need to tell you.
Mm.
You know, but of course they told other people and they got encouragement to move on with life, and they did. So you actually come and discover when they were adults, and you're so heartbroken that you missed out on their lives.
Yes.
But it's because they never felt like you were part of this. And so one of the things we just aspire, you know, be a safe space for them, especially the introverted children. Make an effort. You know, just because they are quiet doesn't mean everything is okay. Probe.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
hang out with them.
Bring them
Discuss
closer.
about life.
Mm.
Sometimes even question them about what they think about some things.
Mm.
What do you think about cyberbullying? What do you think about? What do you think about this other thing? What do
And
you think
also
about?
interest in their own communities, like their friends of their friends.
Oh yeah,
And even understanding, like understanding their digital spaces is, I think,
that is true.
the one of the best things a parents can do, because
Another thing is also know the 3. If they have 3 friends, make sure you know the 3 friends.
yes, there's always the 3 factor.
Yes,
Okay.
the 3 friends. Even if they have 1 friend, at least show them that you are safe enough for them to bring that friend. Because even if they don't tell you, most probably if you have a good relationship with this friend, they might sneak out if some secrets if things are out of hand. At least be a safe space, even if not to them, to the other networks, because they might be a best friend to a sanguine who is itching
Yes,
to bring you
just
the 411s. You know?
So if you don't get it out of her
Oh yeah.
or him, you can get it out from the next level of information.
Yeah, and make sure you
source.
say enough highs to that one, so that they just know you're so interested and you're part of this.
Absolutely
Yeah.
amazing. Anonymity on the internet is another blessing or curse.
Oh yeah, the incognito thing.
Yes, because it's something that helps people become something that they're not. Very, very timid people become very bold. They become lions. And the quiet ones, they they grow wings. And anonymity is another thing that a lot of predators use, because you can have 100 different identities on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Even 100 different profiles.
and then 100 different profiles.
You show up on a profile in a different personality from the other one.
Every time you want to, you know. And I think that's one of the biggest areas of unawareness,
Oh yeah.
because we do it, but we don't understand exactly how dangerous it can be. So if you couple the issue of access, personality, and anonymity, you've just created a time bomb.
Oh yeah.
Because if your child has that personality of the 2 introverts,
The persona.
personas.
The 2. No, the introvert.
the
personality.
introvert persona,
Oh yeah.
the quiet one.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
the quiet one?
Yes.
I was one, so
Yes.
I know what I'm talking about. You know?
And then you become
And-
a keyboard warrior.
Yes, and you have access, okay?
Mm.
And then you've got this anonymity thing. You can either be a good guy or a very, very bad guy.
That is true.
You know?
Even cybercrime.
And even cybercrime. It's like some of the biggest criminals on the internet are introverts,
Oh yeah.
because they live in their mother's basement with
Yes.
10 computers, and they never leave that room.
And their mother doesn't know there's any computer in the house.
And the
That
mother
is the other
doesn't know,
problem.
and then the mother doesn't know
Oh yeah.
what's going on down there. So I think one of the best things a parent can do is create systems that helps them keep an eye on these kids
Oh, yeah.
on the internet, offline, staying aware. And there are all sorts of tools on the internet these days. And there's all sorts of software that parents can implement, and we teach this stuff at Stay Safe Online a lot. And I think that's one of the programs that we need to roll out to hit really this thing of the secrecy.
Yes,
You know,
yes,
it
yes,
really
yes,
needs to be, because there's a lot of stigma, especially around dating online.
Oh yeah.
It's a big thing in our African culture, because a guy and a girl were supposed to meet in a nice setting in the village and throwing stones. That's how we know, you know? Throwing komabati, unatupa, kadem kanatoka, you know? And then this online thing comes, and then you've got this baby who's an introvert, and they're having relationships on the internet that you don't even know about. And there's a 75-year-old posing as a 25-year-old on the other side, and your child is trapped into this whole thing. So I think keeping an eye on them is the best thing a person can do.
Oh yeah. And being involved in their lives.
And
Let them
being
know you are
involved.
interested in them, not just to police them, but you're also interested in their welfare.
Yes.
You know, because as long as your child is feeling like you're always prying, you're always, you know, because one of the things we even encourage parents, don't run through their things, don't try to get their phone and, you know, just snooping.
Privacy.
You know, respect their privacy, but at the same time, encourage them to be the ones who are divulging the information.
Yes.
You know, by being safe. Before they even stay safe online, you need to be safe yourself.
Correct.
So that they can also be safe with you.
Okay.
Even in terms of divulging information and telling you what's cutting in their lives.
Yes.
Yeah, because one of the things is that sometimes the gap comes in because first of all, you're not there, and when you're here, you're a policewoman or a policeman. That is the only role you play. Or you're a judge. So you have already decided how things will be. And you only show up when it's convenient into that space.
Yes.
And of course, when you keep on coming down hard on them, of course, they will go ahead and have their secret lives. So one of the things we always encourage parents, not even this issue about being their best friend. Of course, how do you become a best friend to a 6-year-old?
No,
Get
it
someone
doesn't
of your
work.
age.
You have to be the boss at that stage.
Yeah, you are the boss, but at the same time, you are a boss who is a friend. You are a friendly
Reachable.
boss. A friendly boss, and of course, you are teaching them boundaries.
Yes.
One of the things I love telling parents is that children are born without boundaries.
Yes, absolutely. That's
Yeah,
very true.
they don't have boundaries.
Yeah, you have
And
to
so
teach
you're
them.
the one who is showing them how far is too far on everything. Yeah, and one of the things is that when they become very vulnerable, especially when they go into teenagehood and they know so much, because one of the things that your child will always know more than you. Even if you educate yourself and you download all the
That's
apps,
true.
they will always know
They've
more
already
than
been
you.
downtown. They know every corner, every
Oh,
street.
yeah.
They know every loop and
But the important thing is for them to respect that you're also not so ignorant.
yes.
You know? And of course
Correct.
nowadays, yeah, to respect that you're not so ignorant. You may not know everything, but you're not ignorant. And even for them to see that you have an effort to learn.
Yes.
So that they will actually know that maybe mommy knows, maybe daddy knows. You know, but not realizing that you are totally blonde. The only thing you are like, unafanya nini kwa simu? You know?
Exactly.
But it's also about knowing that when they are online, these are the places they will likely go. Can you imagine how you surprise your child by mentioning something you are suspecting and then it turns out true?
Yes.
They are like, whoa,
Respect.
mad respect for this girl.
Yeah. Absolutely. Online personalities are the foundation of how you behave online, and understanding your child's personality in the 3 to 13 gap, and that's what we're after. Responsible digital citizens, and it starts with you. So, in closing, this topic of personalities for now, because there's no way we can really cover it in this one sitting, is to say that understand and know the personality of your child. Start with yourself. How do you behave online? Because they will do what you do. And if you know who they are offline, then you will know who they are online, and you can be able to help them out. So, there's a form on the website just below this clip. Fill it out. Do you know your child's personality? Yes or no? If you say yes, tell me what it is. I'd really like to know. If no, then we would like to help you. Cool?